Good morning, good morning. Kenzie here, guys. So I don't really have a whole lot of like new updates or anything to share. Just happy holidays, and Poe is here. He's even got his little scarf on because we've been out and about. I know you guys have been liking all of the videos from our Christmas adventures at Magical Forest and Glittering Lights, and we still have a few more coming up. I know a lot of people think if you're not from Las Vegas that we're nothing but casinos and a bunch of dirt all around the city, but we actually do get into the festive holiday quite a bit here, and that's something that I've enjoyed. I was actually just remarking the other day that I remember being a kid, being all bundled up into the car and driven around by my parents to go out and look at Christmas lights, and I thought it was the most boring thing on the planet. I was so over it the whole time. But I think it's just because we drove past the same houses every year, and they did pretty much the same displays every year. And I just kind of, I don't know, I didn't enjoy it. Going back, I wish I could go back and see those same houses. I'm sure, of course, we're talking several decades ago, so I'm sure it's different owners and different displays. But it would be cool to kind of go back and revisit that. Now, I go to things like Glittering Lights, which if you're not from the area, that is the Las Vegas Motor Speedway where they do the big NASCAR races. They also have the drag race out there at the Strip. They decorate it. They go nuts. There's like 5 million lights. I'm not kidding. Seriously, it actually might be more now. But it's millions and millions of lights. And you go around the outside of the track where people would normally walk. The concession stands are all set, all that kind of stuff. And then around like the big turns and everything on the outside of the track, there are lights, and they're sponsored by our sports teams, like the Silver and Golden Knights. The Desert Dogs, our lacrosse team. The Aces are out there, and of course the Raiders, who I may not be a huge fan of, but it's always cool to see their logo up in lights. They do have little NASCARs. They've got a bunch of charities, all the news stations and newspapers and everything, car dealerships. Everybody gets in on the fun, and they have all these different tunnels and different displays. I have some pictures I put up recently of like butterflies that they do from the Butterfly Pavilion and dinosaurs from Discovery Children's Museum. It's just all sorts of cool, fun things. They also have, I put up one thing, I'm going to hopefully get a better video of it, of Mystic Falls. There is a casino here called Sam's Town, and in the middle of the casino, it looks like this old western village, and there's this park, and then you can walk along the tiny little path, and it's super small, but it's a lot of fun. And they've got these beautiful trees, and they put lights up, and they've got these little animatronic animals, and they have this big waterfall. And if you're familiar with Vegas, you know the Bellagio fountains. They have a tiny, tiny little version right in front of the waterfall, and they shoot up the water, and they make it dance to the Christmas music, and they have a little laser show that shoots on where the waterfall comes down on a little cliff, and it's super fun. And they have bubble snow, so they have these little bubble machines, and they make it snow. And that's it's actually one of my mom's favorites when she's out here during Christmas, to go do that. And then on Friday, I will actually be out at the Boulder City, or Boulder Highway area. It's near Boulder City. The Clark County Heritage Museum is doing, or Clark County Museum is doing their Heritage Christmas, and I will be out there from 5 to 8. Poe and I will be hanging out and checking out the museum and seeing all the displays, and of course taking tremendous advantage of their free hot chocolate. So if you're a fan of history, of the holidays, or even just hot chocolate, you should stop out and see us if you're in the area. And then this weekend, I also have the photo shoot with Poe coming up, and a huge thank you to FLM on that one for bringing us out and for giving us even more of your delicious candy. And speaking of candy, I have mentioned it, and there's been a few pictures. Pardon me. I love little swivel chairs. I'm such a little kid. I wanted to show off just a little bit of my candy. So this is one of the little caramel turtles. Yes, I'm a little kid, and I make little actual turtles. This year there are not nuts in them. I didn't feel like buying any extra, and I had a couple of kids that really wanted caramel that can't have nuts. So I wanted to be able to include them. So the turtles don't have nuts this year, but usually I do little turtles. The entire turtle on the little ones is about the size of the shell on this guy. and those won't have nuts, and the big ones do. This year, I was making a much smaller amount. And then these are s'mores. That is graham cracker on top, and then I make a marshmallow filling that goes in the middle. Those were actually invented a couple of years ago and have become probably one of the most requested of all of them. And then I have 2 different peanut butters. I was actually trying something this year. I've got peanut butter cups, just regular. Looks like a peanut butter cup, like a Reese's. And then this one, which is super adorable. Hold it up. Looks like a little peanut. And they're 2 different recipes for the fillings. I had people vote this year, and my original recipe that I've been using for almost 40 years actually got the nod, so I'm kind of excited about that. It means that I've been doing something right for a while. And that's the one that's in the peanut. I have several solid ones that I do. Got little candy canes and little snowmen with hats and scarves, little Christmas lights, and then this is actually a brand new one that I did this year. It just says joy on it. And then again, new filling, because the one that I used to get, they don't make anymore, so I now make it from scratch. I have little peppermint patties, or a friend of mine called them a thin mint the other day. I'm fine with that. If that's what it tastes like, that's awesome. And then little orange bonbon creams. So I just wanted to show off a little bit of the fun creative that I get to do, especially being inspired by Ethel and having such awesome candy out here. It's kind of fun to have people still request mine at the holidays. So just a little, like, yay, ego boost, I guess, for me. And I will probably be indulging in a little bit of that coming up soon. For those that have asked, I know I stopped putting up the coffees from my advent calendar. Yes, I'm still doing it. A couple of them have just been like the normal, simple, regular coffees, I guess, light roast. And then there was an espresso one. I do have the pictures. I'll put them up. And then there was one that's actually from Starbucks. It's the strawberry acai. And morning, Mom. But it's a strawberry acai, and they usually do it with a lemonade. So when you do it on the Keurig, you're supposed to make it and cool it, and then add it either to water or to lemonade or to something like that, just to give it the flavor. I haven't done that one yet. I opened it, and then I just wasn't really in the mood for that. So I made regular coffee, and I saved it. So I'm going to make that one on like a weekend or something when I'm going to be drinking something a little bit later in the day. And then today is actually a hot chocolate one. So I'm drinking coffee. I will have the hot chocolate later, but it's actually from Swiss Miss. So I'm excited for that one. I love hot chocolate, obviously, since I'm going to an event all about hot chocolate later. And thank you guys for hanging out today, because I do have all that madness tomorrow. I will be out at coffee class if you're, again, in the area. It's a really cool outdoor patio that we get to sit on, hanging out with another author. We'll be there from 10 to 1, and then I go to the photo shoot, and then I will be doing a couple of Christmas things. I come running home, I repack and get everything ready, and then I will be out at Dam Roast, Boulder City. And I do know I have a few friends coming out. Again, if you're interested, or if you want to come check out like the cool history and all the antique stores out in Boulder City, stop by Dam Roast. They're right there on the end of the main strip, and we will be there from 11 to 2. Another good author friend will be with me. And then on Saturday night, I will be at Enchant. And so again, we have a big group going. I'm super excited. I went last year. It's this huge light maze, if you're not familiar with it. They have it in LA as well. And you get to walk around. They have these animals. It's like Christmas light topiary almost. And they have all these different cool displays, and you can walk around, and they have ice skating, and they have little vendors set up. So it's very fun. And I'm excited to share it with a few new friends who haven't been, and make more memories after I had such a good time last year. Now with the holidays, with everything going, and of course me eating just a tremendous amount of candy, which is not a bad thing, not a bad thing at all. But again, I am excited with the new year starting. I just got a package from Just Strong. They are one of the companies that I'm doing the ambassadorship for. You guys see the stuff I do for Find the Good all the time, because, well, it's winter and it's a sweatshirt, and I love the message anyway. But as I had mentioned before, I am going through this whole treatment thing right now. So my workout has been sort of put on pause, but I will be doing the follow-up soon. I'll be getting back to my regular routines, and so I'm very excited. You saw the sports bra that they sent me, that Just Strong gave me. and I love it. I'm very excited to get it on at the gym. But I have a few new pieces too that are here. And this one I'm excited. I know I had mentioned before that the old pieces had their logo on it, and then the new sports bra didn't. So, of course, I'm trying to find what I'm talking about here. So it says it right on there. This is the legs of a pair of leggings, and then it's on the back too, right there. So they didn't used to have this, but they have ones with pockets, because I know we girls, we go crazy for our pockets. So, and they sent me a very cool, I love being an ambassador for them. They're not just because they give me stuff, but because I genuinely love their stuff. I've been wearing it and ordering it even after my ambassadorship last time had stopped. So, and it just lasts forever. So I'm excited to get back to working out, to get back in the gym, start feeling better. And oh, this one's cool. I have it's a shirt, and it's very hard to see, but it's got the little JS logo there. And then it's open, it's a yoga shirt, so it's open in the back. So that'll be fun to wear. And then I've got one more neat little thing here. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm definitely excited for getting back to this and kind of working off all the candy and everything. And I wanted to take a minute while a jacket. Neat. How cool is that? And then this one has the JS right there in the back. So very cool. Very, very cool. Thank you so much, Shistran. I'm very excited to get back to working out and get in the gym and get to put that to good use, especially with the Rock and Roll Half Marathon coming up. I had mentioned this before. I'm training for that with everything going on and dealing with this treatment. I haven't even been able to eat very well, let alone sleep very well. My training has definitely been put kind of on pause, but I have my follow-up January 6th. And I know that it is working, so hopefully I will be getting good results, and I will be getting back to the gym, back to my training, and just back to normal life. I did want to say I had intended to have Lust finished at the end of this month. I've had a few rough days and I haven't been in the office. It's going to be probably mid-January, but it still is on par to be released at the end of February. So we're not messing with the release date on Lust. And I am excited. You guys keep asking, and I am excited about that one. If you guys did see, I am intending so far to be back on the Books and Booze cruise in 2027 when we hit the Caribbean. So keep your eyes out for that. I should have all the way up through book 6 by then. So there will be a lot of definite fun things that we can do. And I'm thinking of maybe trying to do an event at some of the different, like the bigger events that I go to. I might even do something in Salem, kind of a witches meetup, since, Salem Witch Trials, we're in Salem. All the books will be out. We've got a lot of stuff coming up this next year in 2027. So definitely stay tuned. Again, check out the newsletter if you want more information about some of the stuff that's going on. If you want to see, because I do have other weekends that are crazy like this one. That's the best place, the website and the newsletter, to find that information. And I just want to thank you guys. You guys have been super supportive. People are still reaching out to ask how I'm doing. My hair has stopped falling out, at least so far. So, yay. And I told you guys I wasn't worried about going bald. But, it is nice to be able to actually run my fingers through my hair and not have a big clump come out. The medicine it's doing its thing. I'm feeling it. I'm definitely experiencing the side effects, but it is working. So, not that I was ever a serious concern, but I will be feeling better, and I won't hopefully have to ever deal with this again. And hey, silver lining, because it's limited my appetite, I've actually dropped a few pounds, so when I get back to the gym, I should be even faster. And to Valara, to Just Strong, and to Find the Good, you guys are amazing. You're taking a chance on somebody that very few people really know. And my readers, you are awesome to keep kind of poking at me and making sure that the books are still coming. They are, I promise. And Poe and I are out and about. We are always doing something. We have Team Poe, his friends, hanging out with us a lot of the time. And I know it's a tease, but I put up a post yesterday about an amazing 3-year anniversary that I have coming up. It's one I'm very excited about. So I will be celebrating that on Monday, and of course there will be pictures. There's always pictures. So while we're still picking out all the last minute little details and events that we're going to be doing, I will be keeping you guys updated and having some fun with it. And yes, I know it's being vague, but I don't care. I'm having fun with it. And I did a little tease before his birthday and you guys loved it. So we will be back at our normal time on Friday next week. And I will be able to hopefully give some more updates with writing and stuff like that. But also just thank you guys again for hanging out. If you're off and about doing things for the holidays, stay safe out there. Shopping is crazy, traffic is crazy, the world in general is just insane, but it is a happy holiday season, and I hope that you are enjoying it. Thank you guys for grabbing coffee with me this morning, and I know my coffee's way over there, I need to go drink it. So, but thank you, again, thank you for hanging out, thank you for dealing with all of my chaos, and for those that have asked about the candy, yes, I still have some, so I will get that to you. And I look forward to hanging out and sharing even more adventures. But until next week, I have a ton to do. So I'm going to stay caffeinated. I hope you stay caffeinated and have a great, great week.